You know, Nina, they don't give a fuck about you. That's why they keep leaving that video in my library and never deleting it. Your video never gets deleted, the one I created about you. You're dispensable within your own circle, extremely. So, the video about my stepson keeps getting deleted. Let me tell you about that little fucking weirdo. So, we went camping. I asked Hannah if she wanted to go. She didn't want to go. And it was me, my husband, and his oldest son, John. So, we went camping right over here at the dunes. And, you know, we asked Johnny if he wanted anything, and he said he wanted a bottle of absinthe. So we bought him a bottle of absinthe, and he made us each a drink. And my husband drank the drink and then got violently ill. He was extremely sick. So I was talking to the kid for a while, and I don't know, I think it was he wanted to go for a walk on the trail or something. I don't know which one of us decided to go walk on the trail. I'm thinking it was him. I'm like, all right, so we fucking walk on the trail, and then we go and sit by the water and everything, and I was freezing to death, and I was fucking uncomfortable because I was just getting fucking weird vibes. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna head back over there because I'm fucking cold. And so he got up, he was angry. I mean, I wasn't asking him to go back on the trail with me. I had a flashlight, you know? I had a flashlight and I had a knife. I didn't need him. But he gets up and storms off, and he's walking several feet in front of me, and he's acting all pissed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, is there something wrong? He's like, I just feel weird. Oh, you feel weird. I feel weird. That's why I wanted to go back to the tent. I'm getting fucking weird vibes from you, you fucking weird kid. He's a strange kid. Anybody that has interacted with him will tell you the same. He's extremely fucking odd. Something fucking really off about him. So, yeah, that was fucking weird. So we get back there, and, you know, I just went in the tent and with my husband and went to sleep. And then another time, my husband and his two sons were going to Sweetwater here in Indiana. It's like a music warehouse, and they have different events and workshops and things like that. And they were going there for the weekend. So I wanted, and it was right around my husband's birthday, so I wanted my stepson to buy my husband something from me at that place at Sweetwater. So I gave him money to do that, and he caressed my hand. So I jerked my hand back, and I went in the house. I didn't tell my husband right away because, you know, I'm not going to ruin, I didn't want to ruin his time, you know, his weekend. So I thought that would bother him. I told my youngest daughter, and when my husband got back from his trip, I let him know what happened, and he acted like it wasn't a big fucking deal at all. Completely unfazed by it. So I would have thought that he would have said something to him at least, you know, confronted him. I didn't expect him to go beat him up or anything, but I thought maybe he would say, hey, you know, you were out of line. What were you thinking when you did that? So, yeah. That's fucking, he's a fucking really, really fucking weird ass fucking kid. And when I confronted him This was years ago. Fuck, I was still fucking, I had no hair at that time. And this was like, it was 2015. It was the summer of 2015. Was it? Yeah, it was 2015. Spring or summer of that year. And I told my husband, there's something fucking going on, and I think that your kid's tied into it with my targeted harassment, with the hacking of my apps. So I'm like, I'm going to confront him. He's like, okay. I went up to my husband's work. We had lunch together, and I told him what I was doing. So then I texted Johnny the kid, and I said, hey, meet me over at 22nd Harlem in the parking lot there. I need to fucking talk to you. So he gets in my car, and, I asked him, I lied to him and said that I met someone in Arizona, and they told me that my phone was hacked. And as soon as I asked him that, he yelled at me, what do you know? His face turned beet red. He was shaking, and he just kept yelling, what do you know? And then he got out of the car. He got in his car. His hands are shaking. He's lighting a cigarette. I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that about? The same kid, after we were going to bail my husband out of jail after he fucking beat me up. I know. Fucking, I was in a weird fucking headspace back then. And I thought I deserved that. I was being gaslighted like you cannot fucking believe by these people. And I was in a vulnerable state of mind. It was extremely traumatic. But anyway, he went with, I drove with those injuries. I was not supposed to drive. And I drove out to Calumet Park, which is about a little less than an hour from here, drive, and picked him up, and then drove all the way out to Bourbonnais, Illinois, which is a fucking hike, to get the money from Johnny's friend, because my husband had me completely locked out of all the bank accounts because he didn't want me to know what he was doing, regarding his adultery. So I'm fucking pouring sweat. I'm a bag of bones. I just got out of the hospital, and I have to deal with Johnny's carny friends, the wife in particular. His friend Dan was nice to me. He's the one who gave us the money. But his wife was like, I know Johnny. I know him, okay? He's not just going to go ahead and just haul off and do something like that to someone. Don't think I fucking forgot about you, bitch. Don't fucking think I did. So when I was weak and vulnerable, my heart was fucking completely broken, this fucking low-life, drunken fucking bitch took that opportunity to fucking throw digs at me. I will fucking see you again, you ugly fucking drunken cunt. With your fucking bloated ass, ugly ass fucking face, you fucking bitch. I will fucking see you again, you fucking lowlife. I'm gonna fucking bash your goddamn fucking skull right the fuck in, bitch. You and everybody else involved with this. Yeah, go ahead and call the fucking police and see how far you get with that. So, the next day we were going to bail him out of jail. So he stayed the night here on the couch, and he was on one couch. I was on the other couch. I told Hannah Hannah was here. I told her she could go ahead and sleep in my bed. I didn't trust him. I didn't fucking trust him. I wanted her in my room. So, the next day, we go to bail my husband out of jail. And we're on a time constraint, okay? We were running late. It took me fucking forever to get ready because I couldn't move properly. I could fucking barely stand up in the shower. I was leaning up against the shower trying to wash myself. It was fucking horrible. They wanted to have home health care in the house with me at that point, but I said no, and I really needed help. I should have said yes. So we go to bail him out of jail. He's got the money in his pocket. He's got baggy jeans on, and I could see the money folded up in his back pocket. His pants were so baggy. I'm like, can you just give me the money so I could put it in my purse? It looks like it's gonna fall out of your pocket. And he said, I don't trust you not to lose it. Do you think I'm gonna fucking run off with this money? Are you maybe that's in your fucking head, but it's not my consideration. Otherwise, I wouldn't have risked my life to go get the fucking money to begin with. I was not supposed to fucking drive. I know it's irresponsible. I wasn't on any pain meds or anything. I was just that weakened. And, yeah, it was just it was a weird fucking situation. But that night when he was here, I was so fucking devastated. And I honestly, truly believed they fucking got in my head. And I really believed that I deserved to get beat up like that. And I said, if your dad goes to jail, I said, if this gets fucking really bad and it looks like he's going to go to jail in court, I'm just going to kill myself. And then I was fucked. Man, I was in a bad emotional state. I thought if I did that, I could save my husband. And he looked at me. I was shocked, too, that he registered any sort of sympathy towards me. But his eyes teared up, and he said, the only person that will be happy if you do that is my dad. And I was thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? He's my husband. He loves me, But now I know what he was talking about. This is the same kid who told me, I know nothing's going to happen with my dad. He's not going to go to jail. And I said, how do you know? And he said, my brother and I just know things. Yeah, they know things because they're involved in my organized stalking. And when you are the victim of organized stalking, you can get attacked and nothing will happen to your attackers in court. They're protected. This is common knowledge, especially in the last stage of organized stalking. When a lot of targets are raped and beaten, attacked violently, regularly, and the police don't do anything. I went to the local police department here several times for incidents, threats, direct threats. Nothing was done, which they will answer for. When this all is exposed, we're getting real close. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is the same stepson. My stepsons, both of them, they were creating vines where they were humiliating me on these vines. And my stepson Nigel was on a podcast, his friend's podcast. And he made up a song about my beating. Yeah, he really did that. My heart was broken when I heard that. It turns out, unbeknownst to myself, I knew they weren't believers. I knew that going into the marriage. Oh, this is another thing. Right after I married my husband, he told me, it was random too. It was fucking out of nowhere. It wasn't even related to our conversation. But he said, my kids are gonna fucking rip you apart. It's like, what? And he wouldn't elaborate. He acted like he didn't say anything else. Because my husband, this was all set up. The marriage was all set up. He's my handler. My direct handler. He never loved me. He married me because they promised them recording contracts and money if they were able to accomplish their goal. And the goal is, as with all targets, is to get us to commit suicide. So I was told on several occasions, and I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't fucking do anything to these people to deserve this. If I did something wrong, I will admit it. And everyone knows that. I think that's really apparent. On several occasions, they told me to kill myself. Why don't you just kill yourself? Nigel said. No one likes you anyway. Everybody hates you. Why don't you just kill yourself? Johnny, the same thing. Same thing. My mother-in-law is in on it. They all know about it. They're all fucking gang stalkers. All of them. And, as I was saying, unbeknownst to myself, Satanists as well. They are all Satanists. My stepdaughter, Melissa, reads, all she reads, the majority of what she reads is all satanic material. They are Satanists. And very open about it. My husband's a closet Satanist, but likes to tell me all the time there is no God. There is no God. Especially when I was dying, he liked to say that. There is no God. I'm just glad that they're all going to pay for what they've done very soon. They're feeling confident now because, they feel like my protector is out of the picture. My supposed protector. It turns out he's full of shit too. But he's not the only one fucking looking out for me, believe me. This is fucking way bigger than you could ever imagine. And I'm right smack in the middle of it. A position I never wanted to be in. I never wanted the spotlight. I wanted a simple life. husband, family, a job that was fulfilling. I helped people. A cozy little house in a safe neighborhood. That's all I wanted. I'm just right smack in the middle of this fucking circus show. And we're in the middle of a global pandemic and an outbreak, which I am. I'm in a vulnerable position, having autoimmune disease. And my husband is playing games as far as communication goes. Unfortunately, he's the only person I have to directly help me with anything. And believe me, he's using that as leverage. I'd be lying to you if I said it wasn't fucking miserable. I'm so fucking miserable. I'm in so much pain right now. My back, it's my back, my fucking spine, my back. It's fucking agonizing. And he refuses to contact his friend who could provide me with the cannabis that I need to feel better. The pain's always there. Some days are worse than others. But the cannabis is the only thing that helps. He suggests that I go to the doctor and get on Vicodins, which I was offered pain medication. My doctor wanted to place me in a pain clinic, which is just doctors that specialize in that. It's not like, I'm an inpatient or anything. It's an outpatient pain clinic thing. And I said no, because I don't want to become addicted to opiates. And I told my husband that. This was just today, too. I've said this several times to him. He said, well, what's the difference? You smoke cigarettes. I said, yeah, I struggle with nicotine addiction. I don't need to become addicted to pain meds and become a junkie on top of that. I mean, what kind of fucking thought process is that? Well, you smoke, you might as well... you smoke, you might as well fucking do narcotics. I am in fucking hell right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. So for those of you out there that are believers, that believe in God, I would really appreciate your prayers. I pray for all of you. I pray for you. I need your prayers too.